Welcome back to the Nightly News. Owen Schroyer alongside Margaret Howell, and the parents of the deceased Seth Rich are looking for more answers, looking for new leads in his case. Now, it's strange to me, Margaret, that they are saying conspiracy theories swirling around their son's killing are lies. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that they're very well-meaning people, and obviously their son was murdered. And sometimes you say things that when you don't have all the facts, your opinion changes as more information comes forward. And let's face it, they haven't had a lot of information in their son's death at all. And what's really heartbreaking, Owen, is that the mother of Seth Rich, she had a press conference today, and we'll get into the specifics of that, but we brought you a clip.
He knows nothing about us. He didn't know Seth, and he's a Republican. And here he is stepping up to help my son, who is a Democrat. We were going around the neighborhood putting these signs and posters up on posts and asking the business people, please, could we hang these? Because we need the public's help. We need everybody's help. I know Seth knew the right thing. If everybody helps us, we will find these murderers.
So your heart really breaks for his mother. Understandably, the dad was there too. And this lobbyist, Jack Burkman, he's a Republican. He put up $100,000 in addition to the award already. WikiLeaks had a portion of it, but $100K coming from him. And look, you hear Mary Rich, pleading anybody. She's going door to door to the businesses in that area and handing out flyers, wanting anybody who's seen anything at all to come forward. What I find really remarkable here, all of those security cameras, I'd mentioned this before on the show. I lived in the same area within a few blocks of where this man was killed. And I find it very hard to believe that with all those security cameras, there wasn't a single image that captured the two men that shot her son in the back 4 times. And they're calling it a robbery, a botched robbery, yet the wallet and the keys and the cell phone are laying on the floor right next to him.
Well, and that's an interesting point as you're talking about Mary Rich looking for answers here, and she's had so little. I mean, there's so much mystery still revolving around the murder of Seth Rich. But to me, if I was looking for answers, I would do what you're alluding to. I would go and I would find those cameras. I would go to the site. I would find those cameras. I would see who has that footage. And then, look, who knows if we'll ever know who is leaking this stuff to Julian Assange? Who knows if we'll know if Seth Rich was involved in WikiLeaks, right? So we'll never know that. But if I was Mary Rich, that's where I would be going for answers. I would be going to the people who have that footage. You've said it's a highly surveyed area. And I would be going to WikiLeaks or the Democratic Party and trying to figure out, was there an involvement here? Did my son leak anything to Julian Assange that put his safety at risk? Especially
since he's not the only one that died around that same time period with a similar circumstance. No investigation, case closed. Of course, I'm talking about the attorney that petitioned to have the records of the DNC. His name is escaping me at the moment, but very similar circumstance. He was found in his apartment by his girlfriend, young man, and working for the same people. This is a bizarre coincidence, to say the least. And, this GOP lobbyist, Jack Burkman, wanting answers just like everybody else does. Your heart goes out to this family, but at the same time, it makes you wonder why Mary Rich is thanking Donna Brazil for helping her, get answers. It's a very strange thing. It's like there's a veil of confusion on this family. It needs to be lifted. My heart goes out to them. This is Thanksgiving week, the time you spend with your family. And this poor woman doesn't have her very young, talented son because, of whatever reason, Owen. And it's really strange. A second thing that's really strange to me, the DNC police chief, there was no investigation. It was open and shut. Botched robbery. That never happens. That's highly unusual. This lady, her name is Kathy Lanier, I believe. Within a few weeks of this happening, she's quietly promoted to a cushy security job. Nothing else said or done. It's a very mysterious thing to have happened so shortly after a death. You think that such a high-profile death, it would be your one and only priority to investigate it and make sure that you've uncovered every single stone related to why this young man died in the streets that night.
Well, and botched robbery is not going to hold up in any line of questioning or in any court case. Okay, so it was a botched robbery, I guess, because they didn't steal anything, but that doesn't explain why he was murdered. And they're trying to say that there was a struggle, but they really don't have any proof of that. Thank you so much, Maggie. And we'll have more about Seth Rich at Infowars.com.
there was an article last Friday in Hollywood Reporter that is so important, where Steve Bannon, the chief strategist for President-elect Trump, lays it out that globalism was designed to make us poor and set up this elite system for rich families to control everything. And that America is going to absolutely now lead the world out of this with incredible prosperity. And they have the actuaries and the numbers with cutting taxes on working class people that will bring back Americana under the Republican Party. But he says we've got to purge the Republicans of the establishment people, and we've got to deliver to the people, and we will get a majority vote from whites, Hispanics, blacks, you name it. Because it'll be based on having a sovereign, prosperous nation, not one where the government takes the wealth from the middle class and then redistributes it to a growing, dumbed-down, giant underpopulation made up of every race of human. If you want human liberty, if you want freedom, if you want self-determination, if you want to be able to control at least a small part of your own destiny, we are brothers, we are sisters in arms together in the great quest for free association, free will, and the right for self-determination. I salute you. And again, thank you for taking the info war, which you are the heart of, to the next level, and to encourage you to continue right through this Thanksgiving, to share the information with your friends and family, to share the articles, the videos, the URLs, the podcast, and to support the broadcast by getting the amazing pro-Second Amendment apparel, the pro-Trump apparel, the pro-nationalism apparel, the non-GMO heirloom seeds, the high-quality water filtration systems, the amazing supplements and nutraceuticals, which are running 30 to 50% off right through this week, with every day having a loss leader special at InfoWarsStore.com. Check it out today, and please continue to support this operation.